Okay, start. Good morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
dear students. How are you today?
Fine.
I can listen to you. How are you to you, Maria Fernanda?
Fine, thank you, teacher.
Okay, okay. Angie, how are you today? How are you today,
Hello,
Angie?
teacher. Fine.
Hello.
Estoy
Okay,
intentando prender la cámara. Espérenme un momentico.
okay. The topic for today is relative clauses. It's very interesting. We have an exercise and website, EducaPlay, and watch a video about the topic. Okay, Angie?
Okay.
Okay, ready. Remember, this is a good practice for you and me. It's so important. Okay, let me see. You can see the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Okay. Relative clauses. And we use relative clauses to describe or give extra information about something we have already mentioned. We often use relative pronouns who, where, that, which, and whose to introduce relative clauses. What are relative clauses and why do you use them? A clause is a group of words containing a verb. Relative clauses are a way of giving more information about a person, thing, place, event, etc. We use them to avoid repeating information. As example, the Euros people make fires. Their fires are used for cooking. The Euros people make fire which they use for cooking. Okay, so there are the relative pronoun in which, and it refers back to the fires and which they use for cooking in the relative clause. That's right. Which is used for things, never for people. There are a lot of relative pronouns, who for people, that for a thing or a person, where for a place, whose for a position, and when for a time. What are defining relative clauses? They are clauses that you need in the sentence for it to make sense. The people who live here have the same kind of lifestyle for hundreds of years. If I said the people have had the same kind of lifestyle for hundreds of years, you wouldn't know which people I was talking about. There are no commas before or after the clause. No, not with defining relative clause. It's an exception. The Icelander picked the tall reeds what grow at the side of the lake and used them to make the island. Okay, so what about not defining relative clauses? We use those to give extra information when it is absolutely necessary. We use commas. to separate them from the rest of the sentence, unless they come at the end of the sentence. When we use a comma and a full stop, that's example for this. That's great thing, which you can see on the roof there. Isn't very traditional. The video from yesterday when she was on the Peruvian side of the Lake Titicaca. This is Sophie whose blog you've been reading. Look at the exception when you write commas in the extra information in the first example. That's great thing, comma, which you can see on the roof there, comma. Okay, but I think, is there anything else that I need to know? Oh, you use a relative clause with that. We can use that instead of who or which in defining clause. No, not defining clause. For this, we have a compare defining and not defining clause. And the exception for you writing commas. Is okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And defining, you write necessary information is essential to distinguish with this other person we are talking about. I called my brother who lives in Ontario. It's not necessary to write a comma, but in the next column, in not defining clause, you write extra information. My brother who lives in Ontario is older. This is the extra information, is older, and it's necessary to write comma at the beginning and at the end of the sentence. For the specific part. The next example is we can use that instead for who and which. That's the mug, which, or that I bought in Paris. I didn't know the man who or that was there. And in not defining clause, we cannot use that. We cannot use that instead of who and which. This bike, comma, which costs a fortune, comma, are made in Japan. And the last one, relative pronouns can be omitted. We can omit who, which, that when they are followed by subject plus verb. Do you like the song which or that I wrote? Do you like the song which I wrote? That the man who I like. But in relative nouns cannot be omitted. We can omit who and which. They introduce me to John, comma, who I like immediately. Okay. For next week, please turn off the microphone. Thanks. So this grammar snack, which has been very interesting, has taught me everything that I need to know about relative clauses. Okay, it tells you nearly everything you need to know when you use who, that, which, whose, when, and where. I explain by for one. Okay, who? Please, Angie, help me to read the first sentence. The woman.
The woman who works at my office is very efficient.
Okay, really good. Maria Fernanda, please, the second. Mark's brother.
Mark's brother, who is 18, has just started university.
Okay. My ESL teacher who came to Germany in 1986 likes to ride his mountain bike. Okay, the next, Angie.
Einstein, who was born in Germany, is famous for his history of relativity.
Oh, Maria Fernanda, the next, please.
Do you know the girl who started in grade 7 last week?
Okay. Remember, for this part is a question. The intonation is so important. Angie, please, the next.
Uh, Marie Curie, yes,
Yes,
is
it's
the woman.
French.
Marie Curie is the woman who discovered radium or
Okay,
radium. ¿Cómo se dice,
radium,
teacher? Radium. Okay,
radium. Okay,
radium.
it's a chemical, Susan. Oh, in this part, look at the when you use the relative who and the section when you write comma
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning and the end of the sentence. Okay, next to whose. When you use whose, it's a possessive pronoun. This is yours. Whose brother went to school with me? Maria Fernanda, the next.
Uh, Yesterday, I met the girl whose sister is a supermodel.
Okay, a girl.
A girl.
Okay, okay. The
I
next.
knew I knew the guy was whose bike you bought.
Okay, and the final, Maria, please.
I won't eat in in a restaurant whose cooks smoke.
Okay, thanks. Let's continue to the which. Which is used from not defining relative clauses and is used a comma before it. The book which I read last week is very interesting. Maria Fernanda, the cat.
The cat, which is very friendly, is called Tom.
Okay, Angie, the next.
A notebook is a computer which can be carried around.
Okay, Maria, the heavy rain.
The, the heavy rain, which was ¿cómo se pronuncia, profe?
Unusual.
Unusual for the time of years destroyed most of the plants in my garden.
Okay, Angie, please.
My mother's company, which make mobile phones, is moving soon from Frankfurt to London.
Mobile phones. And the
Mobile phone.
last one, Maria.
This is the house which Jack built.
Field. Okay, this is used for which. And now we can see the that. Use that for defining relative clauses and don't use a comma before it. Number one, I bought a cell phone that has internet access. Number two, Angie, please.
The woman that works at my office is very efficient.
Okay, right. Third, Maria.
Can I have the pencil that I give you this morning?
Okay, the book that I read last week is very interesting. Angie, please, I don't like.
I don't like the table that stand in the kitchen.
Okay, Maria Fernanda, the umbrella.
The umbrella that I bought last week is already broken.
Okay. And the last one, Angie, the weather.
The weather that we had this summer was beautiful.
Okay, thanks. Very good. The next is where is only to use to describe places. I want to live in a place where there is a lot to do. Maria Fernanda, in the summer.
In the summer, I'm going to visit Italy where my brother lives.
Okay. The next, Angie,
Do you remember the place where we caught the train?
catch the train. Okay. Maria, Stratford,
Start upon uh,
Avon.
Avon. Avon
Avon.
is the town where Shakespeare was born.
Okay, Shakespeare Boulevard. Angie, please, the hotel.
The hotel where we stayed was very small.
Okay, and the last one, Maria, please.
The house where we lived was very big.
Okay, where we leave it. Remember the pronunciation for the parts of the verbs. Okay, when you use when used to describe times. My favorite season is fall when all the leaves change color. Angie, yesterday,
Yesterday was a day when everything went well.
okay. Maria, England,
England won the World Cup in 116. It was the year when we got married.
six. It was the year. Okay. Angie, I remember
I remember my 20th, mm, 20th,
20. Okay,
20th
good.
birthday. It was the
Good.
day when the tsunami happened.
Okay, and the last one, Maria Fernanda.
We are going on holiday in September when the weather isn't so hot. So hot.
Okay, very good. Isn't so hot. It's nice. Okay. Check your grammar true or false circle for these sentences. But then I show you a video about this topic. Okay,
Okay.
let me see.
Okay.
Full screen. Ready, steady, go.
Teacher, no se escucha.
Ahora sí.
No.
No. Ahora.
No, teacher, no se escucha nada. Y si nos pasa el link y lo vemos cada una.
Bien. Now, ahora, ¿sí?
No, teacher.
No, no se escucha nada.
That's no problem. End of the link. So I send off the link about the video. Hi, Anja, Maria Fernanda.
I don't understand.
Send the
No.
link for the video. Listen to me. Okay, let's continue. I send you the link of the video, your emails, okay? In this exercise, you check your grammar, you mark true or false circle for the sentences. Number 1, relative clauses describe or giving extra information about something is true or false. What do you think, Maria Fernanda?
Um, True.
True. And Angie? Angie, are you there? Okay.
Aló, hola, hola. No, no entendí, teacher, disculpa.
Angie, number 1, relative clauses describe or give extra information about something. What you choose, true or false option?
True.
Okay, true, very good. It's correct for you. And Maria Fernanda too. Relative clauses describe or give extra information about something. The answer is true. Second, we use relative pronouns like which, that, who, and where at the beginning of relative clauses, true or false. María Fernanda.
False. False.
Now, Angie, what you answer for the second?
True.
True. The correct answer is true. Okay, Maria, correct the mistake. The answer for number 2 is true. Let's continue to the number 3. The information in relative clauses is always essential for understanding the sentences. True or false? Maria.
True.
True. Angie.
True.
True. Very good. Excellent. It's the best option. True. Let's continue to the number 4. Some relative clauses give additional information which is not essential for understanding. True or false?
False.
False. Good. And Angie?
Yes, me too. False.
Okay, false. Continue with the number 5. Relative clauses that give additional information are called defining. True or false?
False.
And
False.
Angie, what's your answer?
False.
False. Very good. It's false. Number 6. Relative clauses are always in the middle of a sentence. Is true or is false?
True.
And Angie?
True.
Okay, in this case it's false. Relative clauses are always in the middle of the sentence.